And welcome back to another video. This is Crypto Coins, and in this video we're going to go over Time Wonderland. Is this a Ponzi scheme? There's a reason why I'm saying if this is a Ponzi scheme. Full disclosure, before I get any negative comments, I am invested in this project, so I just have some information here I want to share, and some different points of views and opinions. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, and also some counterpoint of views to that question. So there's a lot to go over. I'm going to go over the price targets also on Time Wonderland. We're going to look at Bitcoin to see what it's doing, and we're going to see my overall portfolio, how I'm personally doing. So there's a lot going on in this video. Make sure you guys watch it to the end, and let's get right to it. Time Wonderland's APY is currently at 74,000. I have 0.074636 coin stake here, and the APY is now going back up. Previously, we were seeing the APY going down along with the price. Now the price continues to sell off, and now we are seeing a little bit of a rebound on the APY incentive to stake. As of now, Time Wonderland is trading around 5,637, and if we take a look at the month graph here, it is in a downtrend. It's completely selling off. In the past 30 months, it's still above, it's still higher, but in the past month, we are seeing a sell-off. 7 days, yeah, you can see that it's not looking too good. So Time Wonderland currently has a market cap of 313 million, and this number was closer to 400 to 500 million earlier last month. So we are seeing a sell-off here, Wonderland Time, and we don't know how long this is gonna last. But the upside to this is that we're earning some nice APY here to combat the downturns. So we're going to see how this plays in my overall portfolio. But let's get right into some comments and questions and the reason why I say, is this a Ponzi scheme? Let's get straight into the video why I'm saying this is a Ponzi and hear it from the founder himself of Wonderland Time.
Is it a Ponzi?
Is it a Ponzi?
Yeah, well, I guess. We all love the Ponzi, right?
Yeah.
So this was an interview from about a month ago. I will leave a link under the description of this video if you want to watch the whole interview. And the founder of Wonderland Time here is saying everybody loves a Ponzi scheme, and he's laughing. He actually looks like he just came from the Beyond Wonderland rave, and he looks like a pretty, cool guy, like very likable personality, and he's having a good time here. So he is the founder and creator here of Wonderland Time, and I believe also Magic Internet Money and the Abracadabra system. So he's having a good time. He's laughing at this. He probably didn't really know the extent of how many people will be involved with this project, and he's just here passively having a good time. So I don't know, as an investor, if you're a serious investor in this project, how that makes you feel. But me personally, irrelevant. I'm not over here trying to spread any fear, uncertainty, or doubt. Just so that you guys see my perspective, I just want to be transparent and really share the facts and what we are actually doing. Clearly the founder created this as a money mechanism, and he's having a good time, and it's working out. And he is admitting to some extent that the mechanics of the way this works is somewhat of a Ponzi scheme. So obviously, it's a little bit more complicated than a vanilla Ponzi scheme that we're used to in the past decades. This is obviously through a different vehicle. But I do want to say, to offset that, negative point of view, what was Dogecoin? Dogecoin has an endless market cap, and new coins can be minted at any time. The owners of Dogecoin even themselves said that it was a meme coin and sold off early. Sometimes these meme coins or these projects become a self-fulfilling prophecy where they actually become something. The market creates value, and the market creates a utility case for the things they're investing. So although I'm not trying to be pessimistic, I'm very optimistic in my investments, and I'm obviously invested in projects just like this one across the board. I'm just bringing awareness. Understand what you're investing in. Understand what the founders of these projects are saying about the projects you're investing in. And it's not all peaches and cream. There is a lot of risk in these projects. And what does the future hold for Wonderland Time? I don't know. Is it going to go to zero? I don't know. Is it going to go to, the value of $1? Because most of these projects are backed by a currency that is equal to $1. So maybe this goes to $1. I don't know. And they cash out? Possibly. But sometimes even with such negativity, the market creates utility for what the market wants. So we live in different times and there is no telling where this might go. So let's take a look at some comments and questions. And then after, we're going to look at my portfolio and try to make sense of it all. So I have some relevant questions here to this topic. Let's go to the first comment. Christian here wrote, "Hey there, it is written in the docs of Wonderland. We aim at becoming a decentralized autonomous organization, and we are actively working towards that goal. They are not a real DAO yet, but they will be." So thanks for sharing that, Christian. Wonderland Time is trying to be a DAO. So exactly what I just mentioned earlier. It's becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're a own fork. They're not a DAO. And now because of the value in the market, they're becoming a DAO. And who knows what the future holds. So very interesting there. Thank you for sharing, Christian. Let's go to the next comment. In this comment, I put this comment up not because he's complimenting my channel, but because I have something to say about what he's saying here. Siwi wrote here, "Lucky to find you early. I enjoy your content and calm in your voice. I'm sick of those channels where people just shout buy these coins. Buy it now. I'm new in crypto and I only made first invest mid-November 300 euros in total to test the water. 100 in time, 100 in meta, and 100 in coins." I don't know what 100 in coins mean, but okay. "In 2 weeks, I was up plus 70, 80%. 1 week later, I'm down to 0% profit and I'm still holding. I don't know why, but it's a good lesson and experience to test your nerves. I don't care too much if it goes lower as I didn't invest much, but people must be going crazy right now seeing thousands of dollars disappearing in a few days. Lesson number 1 to everyone, have an exit strategy before you start." Thank you there for the support and the awesome comment there, Siwi. What I have to say about this, he saw his position go up 70 to 80% and then he saw it go down 0. And I know these projects are meant to collect APY and not for you to see it as a trading vehicle and lock in profits. But this is also a reason why I'm locking in profits from time to time. I've seen a lot of fluctuation in my trading before, in my trading history. It is always okay to lock in some profits. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm trying to be risk aware and just lock in some profits, whether it might be a big mistake in the long run where those profits could have compounded significantly to some massive gains, but I'm okay with that. So my comment is he saw 70-80% returns in such a short time and now he's at 0 and he didn't lock in any profit. So not to say that's what you have to do, but everybody has their own strategy. He learned that you need to have an exit strategy before you start and you need to be okay with the outcome. So thank you for that comment. Very interesting. And thank you for the example. Let's go to the next comment. Brendan here wrote, "I think that some people are confused about how the APY adjustment works. It is not tied to price, it's tied to market cap. So as the price goes down, that doesn't affect the APY necessarily. It's only if the market cap is increasing that the APY will go down and vice versa. Having said that, in other coins usually as the market cap is increasing, so should the price. But these projects are unique in the sense that the APY is inflating the tokens, so as that floods the market, it decreases price unless market cap is increased at a rate that balances out those mechanics. As market cap increases, not only is it locking up more tokens in stake, but also reducing APY and in turn reducing the token inflation rate. But again, the rate market cap increase needs to hit an equilibrium or else it won't outpace the APY, and hence the price can go down, even with a growing market cap. Hope that helps. Thank you, Brendan, for your perspective and point of view. Great explanation. And this has to do with my previous video where I was talking about how we're seeing a price decrease on Wonderland Time and also the APY together, which is not normal. But the mechanisms of these projects work differently. So This is his point of view, and I think it's an awesome explanation. Thank you, Brendan. Let's go to the next comment. Next comment here from Gamer. More people selling their positions are better for us who are holding and are trying to grow. Plus, the mentors can do their thing and help us out as a community. And this is true. There's two aspects to this game here. There's mentors and then there's stakers. And tangibly together, we create this market and trying to bring some gains and stability. So thank you for that comment. Yes, that only brings value to holders. But overall, it's still going to be interesting because we don't want to see these prices go down significantly. So thank you, Gamer, for that comment. Let's go to the next comment. Alec here wrote, now it's around 5,500. Do you think it's still worth investing? So absolutely. I mean, if you want to get involved with these projects, 5,500 is at a phenomenal price. Now, the flip side of that comment is we just saw earlier the founder laughing about he loves Ponzi schemes. So everything is relevant to the risk reward. This is high risk and potential high reward. Now, we don't know the future of this Wonderland Time project, and is it becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy where it might become a DAO and also deliver a game? I haven't heard anything much about the game, so I don't even know what they're doing with that aspect. And when I see the founder casually laughing about loving Ponzi schemes, I mean, I don't know how that makes anyone feel. But regardless, the market is deciding they like it. They like Wonderland Time. So who's to say what the future holds? Just be aware of the risks. If that's too risky for you, then go on to another project and go on to something else. Now, if you want to take some risk, then do I think 5,500 is a great price? Absolutely. I bought it way higher. But in all honesty, I'm out of that position. I locked in my initial investment and I have a free position. So at this point, I don't really care what happens. I have a free position and I'm willing to write it out. So it's all about your entry and exit strategy and what you expect. Just be aware of the risk. Let's go to the next comment. Bert here wrote, make a Telegram too. I've heard a few people comment about they want me to make a Telegram, and my style of investing is very slow. Making a Telegram, I don't think would be very useful. I'm not really a signals channel, and I'm more about like tracking and slowly building into positions. So maybe I'll make one in the future. As far as I see, Discord is active daily, and I think it's more than enough for now, but maybe in the future. But thank you, Bert, for that comment. Let's go to the next one. Austin here wrote, I personally think when it comes to Wonderland, this is a healthy dip, along with the whole market dipping, so it grows organically over time instead of skyrocketing, risking a crash. This alone proves it's worthy long-term investment. DYOR. Do your own research. Love the channel. I'm almost at 1,000 subs myself. Thank you for sharing your comment, and I thought that was a great comment. That's why I put it out here. Congratulations to almost hitting 1,000 subs, and I agree with him. I get very worried when I see things skyrocketing because you know that the dump is coming right after, and we haven't necessarily seen some euphoria that way on Wonderland Time. We've seen some consistency and a nice run up, but we haven't seen a skyrocketing euphoria yet. So when that does happen, I actually do get worried because you don't know what to do. I mean, in most cases, when I'm in a position that's skyrocketing, I get a little concerned. I don't know if to hold longer, lock in profits, or what the deal is. This is why it's important to have a strategy before going into any investment. That's going to do it for the comment section. I'm going to wrap it up right there. Let's get back to some numbers and see what is happening to Bitcoin. So we take a look at Bitcoin the past 7 days. We had a massive dip last week. It's trying to stabilize around 50,000 and we are at 50,661. If we look at the past 24 hours, this is looking like a dip here, and now it looks like it's gonna want to take off. Now, is this a buy the dip? I don't know. I am seeing crypto stocks in the stock market bouncing right now, and this could have been a buy the dip opportunity. So I don't know if this is just a dead cat bounce or we're gonna go higher and go towards 70,000. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. But interesting to see Bitcoin here going up, and I am noticing crypto stocks going up right now. Let's go to my spreadsheet and overall breakdown of my crypto investments here. So Time Wonderland is now lower, has a market price of $5,703. The market value of my position is $425, and I closed a profit on previous positions of $375. That brings me at a gain of $800, 80%. On this investment, the risk is off. Metaverse Pro is trading now at $348, so now it broke the $400 level, and things are getting shaky here. My current position value is $1,212, which is great. I closed a position on this investment, and now I'm at risk free, $0 out there. Total gain of 121% of my initial investment, which I no longer have, and that's $1,200 gain. Rome DAO here seems very interesting. I want to add to it, but I'm a little low on funds, and there's other projects I want to be involved with that I will be covering later this week. So Rome DAO right now is not looking so good, but it is bouncing. I saw it earlier today in the 400s. Now it's at 594. Good to see that. The market value of my position $337, and I'm down $372. Klima DAO here, original investment $1,100, and market price for Klima DAO is $618. The market value of my position $626, and I'm down significantly here as well. Joe and X Joe here that I'm staking in Trader Joe XYZ. I currently have 309 X Joe coins. The market value right now for Joe itself is $224. That brings me a market value of $825 with the X Joe multiple, and I'm down $400. Ohm here, Olympus DAO, which is my biggest loser as far as dollar amount, is trading at 567. My market value, my position is 645, and I'm down 554. Overall, cash invested $4,241. I have about $200 cash on hand, which I'm gonna have to add more because I want to open new positions, unfortunately. And the portfolio value, excluding cash here, is $4,449. I'm only now up 4.91%. That's a gain of $200. So I'm definitely feeling this downturn. I'm basically break even. It's been a little bit over a month, and not too exciting. I will admit these numbers are not exciting, and I am earning great APY in some of these projects, and I am making some nice gains in some of these projects, but this is what to expect while investing in these kind of risky projects. Overall, not bad. Wonderland Time could be the biggest Ponzi scheme, possibly. The market votes they want Wonderland Time. Maybe Wonderland Time continues, but as of my Wonderland Time investment, I'm out of the risk. I really don't care what happens, and I'm up right now about $800 overall. So what is the moral of this story? It all has to do with risk awareness and your entry and exit strategy. Now, if this is a Ponzi scheme, I don't really care. Now, but some of you guys maybe bought this at a higher price, and you guys are under. So it is very important to just invest what you're able to lose. Size up accordingly to each position. So I have a budget for each position. So even if I wasn't profitable at time and I bought the top, like let's say Klima DAO, and I never recover, or Olympus DAO, that's what I was willing to lose there. And as you can see, that's just a portion of my overall investments, and I have more money on the side as well. I didn't go all in any of these positions. I'm being risk aware. So it's pretty difficult game. The answers are not black and white sometimes, and that's why it's very important to dollar cost average and just be aware of what these projects are saying. That's gonna do it for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out my Patreon, support this free content, check out Discord to join the free community. Everything is free, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.